Hello everyone, welcome to NextGen AI Academy. Hope you're doing well. In this video, we are going to learn about Java inheritance. It is the most important and also easiest OOPS concept in Java. Especially in all the interview, you can expect discussion on this topic. Before starting with the book definition, let's consider this concept with real-time scenario. Okay, let's consider you as an example. Tell me one thing. Do you have access to your parents' properties or not? In sense like car, cash, house, jewels, and so on. I don't know about other countries, but in India, we have full rights to access the parents' property. So, this is possible. Now, the same situation, think it in vice versa, whether your parents have full rights to access your properties, that is, children's properties, definitely it's impossible. If you understood this story, then we are completed the inheritance concept. Okay, let's see the book definition. When one object acquires all the properties and behavior of the parent's object, then it is known as inheritance. When we decode this definition, here one object means it's a child and trying to acquires all the properties and behaviors, it means variables and methods of the parent class. It is known as inheritance. Very simple. In short, child class can acquire the variables and method which are inside the parent class. So that is called inheritance. And it is represented ECA relationship and also known as parent-child relationship. Second point. And if you want to implement programmatically, then you have to use the extends keyword. And also the parent class can also be called as superclass. Remember that point? Then why we have to use the inheritance? Two reasons: for code reusability and also for method overloading. This particular point we will see it in upcoming videos. Then when we talk about the inheritance, it is classified into three types: single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Let's focus on single level inheritance. Just now we saw an example, parent child. The same scenario, let's implement it in banking application. Initially, when banking started, they introduced having the account. So in the account, two important functionalities. Let's take it for example. It is deposit, then withdrawal. Two important functionality, that is you deposit the money and then you withdraw the money. Later, they came up with an idea called saving account with few rules on it. That are some limits on deposit and withdrawal. Here, you already created these two methods inside the account class. Now, when you bring a new concept saving account, you no need to create these method again. Rather than you can call the account class and reuse it. Let's see it with code implementation. The first step, let's create the class account. So right click, new class. Class name is account. And let's give parallelly the package name also, com dot nextgen AI dot inheritance. Then public static void main, finish. First, let's create the user defined method and test it here. Later, we will implement the inheritance concept. So let me create a user defined method for deposit and withdrawal. Public void deposit. Inside this method, let's pass the output message, but in real time scenario they will write the code. Amount is deposited. One more additional information, let's pass it. That is, this deposit method belongs to which class? The class name is account class. So account class is executed. Next method for withdrawal, public void withdrawal. Same like above method, amount is withdrawn. This method also belongs to account class. So we created two method, and you know very well, in order to access this method, non-static or instance method, we have to create the object instance, that is class name, object name equal to new class name constructor, then object name dot deposit, object name dot withdrawal method. Let's execute and see. So two method, amount is deposited, it is executed from the account class. Then amount is withdrawn, then it is executed from the account class. So these two methods are working perfectly. Let me delete this code. We are done with the account class. Now the next step, let's create the saving account and try to implement the inheritance. Within that package, create the next class, the class name saving account, public static void main, finish. So the parent class here is account class. I can say here parent class, and the child class is saving account. Now how to implement the inheritance? It can be done with the help of extends keyword. Extends, who is your parent? Account is the parent. So parent, so saving account extends account. Let's try to access it by creating the object instance or saving account. We are creating for customer 1 equal to new saving account constructor customer 1 dot, you can see deposit method, deposit. Same way customer 1 dot withdrawal. Let's try to execute this program. Amount is deposited, but it is executed from the account class. Same way for amount is withdrawn. This is the concept of single level inheritance. Now I am adding one more concept here. In addition to these two methods, we can also have our own method, that is inside the saving class, public int view summary, int account number. So I am passing some account number, and we know it's not a void method, so we have to return something. Before that, the output message account summary is displayed for some account number, whichever the number you are passing, that number will be displayed. And saving account class is executed, and very important, return type account number semicolon. So customer 1 dot view summary, you can give some random number semicolon. Let's try to execute this program. So the output here is two methods from the parent class and one method from the child class. So that's the advantage of using single level inheritance. You can use the parents method. In addition to that, you can have your own user defined method. Hope you understood the single level inheritance. In the next video, we will learn about multi-level inheritance. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.